Hi, thank you so much for your interest in our study. My name is Dalia. I'm a dietitian and I'm part of the team that's running this study. In this short video, I would like to give you a brief orientation of how the study is structured and what your role would be if you decide to join our study. What we're trying to do here is to understand the relationship between the diet and the cognitive function. We're especially interested in the role of dietary fiber, but we'll also be looking at other nutrients as well. We know there's tremendous communication between the gut and the brain, and we want to understand that relationship a little bit more. We know it's partly due to the microbes that are living in and on our body. So originally we just thought of our humanness as ourselves with our tissues and organs, but now we know that we share our bodies with a lot of microbes, and together we can achieve optimal health. So these microbes that are growing in our body are helping us achieve this optimal health. These microbes mostly live in the digestive tract, and there's a few in the stomach, there's more in the small intestine, and there's a very large amount growing in the large intestine. And when they are growing in there, they're producing a lot of molecules that are very beneficial for our health. And they affect the health of the different organs. And we know they're also affecting the health of our brain. And that's why we're thinking, by studying your diet and how that affects you and affects the microbes growing in your intestinal tract, we'll find the association with your cognitive health. The study, as we design it, is a 1-year study where all the activities are done from your own home. You don't need to go to any clinic. We will collect information from you at 3 time points. We're not intervening. You don't need to do anything for this study. You just live your life, but you give us information about what you're eating through this year. So the way we'll collect information is at the beginning of the study, 6 months into the study, and 12 months into the study. At each of these 3 time points, we'll ask you to do a cognitive test, give us some diet information, fill out some surveys, and give us a stool sample so we can study those microbes, and a blood sample. And we will send you the kits to collect the stool and the blood, and it's very, very simple, and you can mail it all back. We are enrolling people who are 18 years and older who live in the USA, anywhere in the USA. You have to own, or not own, but you have to have access to a touchscreen device that you can use for some of the tests in the study. A phone is not doesn't count. You need a tablet or an iPad or a touchscreen laptop. We'll check your medical history to make sure everything is okay for you to participate in the study. And we're enrolling people who do not have cognitive impairment, so they can understand all the instructions and all the questions that we're asking in the surveys. And we're not enrolling pregnant women at this time. So the cognitive test that we're using is called Brain Test, and it's the first digital, scientifically proven at-home screening test, which is similar to what you would get at a doctor's office. It's designed to detect early stage changes in brain function that are associated with Alzheimer's disease, dementia, mild cognitive impairment. And it takes about 15 minutes to complete. It's not a complicated test, and that's the test that requires you to have access to an iPad or an Android tablet or a touchscreen laptop. We'll send you a link to fill out a diet survey. So it tells us in general what you normally eat and how often do you eat this or that. And we'll also ask you to give us food logs. So write down everything you eat for 2 weeks at a time, 2 weeks in the beginning, 2 weeks, 6 months, 2 weeks at 12 months. we'll ask you to tell us everything you're eating. So logging as careful as you can, and we ask you to log everything except plain water. What snacks are you eating? What drinks are you drinking? Any condiments you add to the food? Did you cook with oil? Did you put butter on the bread? So everything you eat, you'll enter into this app, the Chronometer app that will give you access to. We'll also send you the Tasso device, which is the device that will help collect blood. It's painless. We've tried it in our team and we found it amazing that it can get some blood without pain. You attach this little device to your arm, press the button, and the blood accumulates in this paper that's in here, and you'll send that back to us. We'll also send you a kit to very easily collect a small stool sample and put it in the tube, and again, mail it back to us. So you'll do that 3 times during the year. We'll also send you some additional surveys. We want to know about the medications that you're taking, any gastrointestinal symptoms, how do you perceive your cognitive function, and things like that. These surveys are pretty quick, so it shouldn't take you very long to complete. So as I said, all of these tests, the cognitive test, the stool and blood samples, the surveys, and the diet logs, we'll be collecting it 3 times during the year. And from all this information, we want to understand how the diet, how those microbes that are living in our intestinal tract, other characteristics like your age, your sex, the medications that you're taking, etc. Anything, some of the metabolites in your blood, cholesterol, blood sugars, many other things that we can check, like inflammatory markers and such. How do all of these are affecting cognitive function? So we hope this is an interesting study for you to participate. We hope you are interested in joining it. You will really help move the science forward in our understanding of the impact of diet on cognitive function. And we have extra links for you to look at the Tasso kit, to look at the chronometer, to look at the stool collection kit, etc. We really hope to hear from you soon.